Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, hi, my name is Carrie. I'm a TV host and I live in Kansas City, Missouri. I am in the city early this morning because I am meeting a former coworker for a cup of coffee. This coworker and I just have stayed in touch over the years. They're still in Kansas City and they work in like an adjacent industry now. Like we're not really in the same industry, but it's nice to keep in touch because they are a nice person and I like keeping in touch with them. But also it's just really good to keep in touch with your former coworkers because connections are key, in your professional life. And this person's been in Kansas City for a while, and they're always, whenever we get done talking, they're always like, oh, you should, just reach out to this person or make a connection here or whatever it is. And I'm kind of doing the same for them. So stuff like this, like we probably get coffee once a quarter. And so 4 times a year, once a quarter, like it's really worth it, I think, to keep those connections around. There's a couple other people in my life that I do this with. Not all of them I go get coffee with. Some of them I just text with, or I'll see them in places and keep in touch with them then. Some of them I go get dinner with. Like it just depends, but I really encourage you, especially, if you're in your mid-20s, early in your career and still like in the climbing stage of your career, like keep those relationships open and keep them flourishing. Like it's important, and I think it'll benefit you one way or another down the road. And it's so helpful also when you can help someone else who is, who you think highly of. I don't want to make this seem like you just do these things so that you can like get something from them. I also want to give into my relationships too. So if there's someone that I think highly of and I can benefit them with a connection or with something else, like that makes me so happy. So, it's definitely a give and a receive type of relationship, but I think it's important to have these, and I encourage you to do that as well. All that to say, I am getting a cup of coffee, probably an oat milk latte, because that's what I get. And then I'm going to work. I'm going to bring you guys along for a day in my life hosting a TV show. I did one of these earlier this summer and they're so fun. But I also want to show you guys a little bit more behind the scenes type of stuff, because there's so much that goes into a TV show and being on a TV show that it doesn't meet the eye. And so I'm going to try and do a little better job of taking you guys behind the scenes for some of that. So that is what we got in store, and that is what we got cooking for the rest of the day. Let me get my stuff together and let's go in and have some coffee. Welcome inside the dressing room at Fox 4. I am going to take you guys through my full beat on air glam that I do pretty much every day. First, I start with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I've been using this primer for a while and I just really enjoy it. I've been all over with my foundation lately, but I really like this one. It is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. Gives really good coverage and it wears pretty naturally. I have in the past really liked the House Labs Lady Gaga foundation, the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. Like I kind of bebop and switch around. The Kosas foundation, I like that one as well. But because I'm doing a full beat more often, those are expensive foundations and I go through them so much more quickly. This is $15 at Target, so we like the price of that. I actually got a hydrofacial and a dermaplane last night, so the skin is skinning, except for that one little right there. I have been pretty loyal to the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer for quite a while. I just think this is a really good drugstore concealer. This is my trick for getting good concealer coverage under your eye. I go over it with my sponge first, and then after I have it like preliminarily pushed into the skin, I then take my fingers and tamp it down more and it really helps it settle better in my opinion. Since I started doing it this way, I just feel like it lays so much more naturally on my under eyes. All right, next I'm gonna do contour. I've been using the Wet n Wild contour stick, and I'm like, it's gone, but I'm like using the very end of it. This is in the shade Call Me Maple, and I really just do a rough job of this because I always like have to set my face, and then I go in with more powder, bronzer, contour, whatever. Next, we're gonna do cream blush. This is Epic Light Never Settle Radiant Cheek and Lip Blush. Sometimes we'll get brands that will send us free stuff for the show. And sometimes we use it, sometimes we don't. It kind of depends. Like, we're not obligated to use it if they send it to us. But this one they sent to us, and I really like it. So I've continued to use it. Now that the creams are on, I'm gonna set it with a loose setting powder. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. This is what I spilled all over myself just now. I like the Laura Mercier setting powder a lot. There's a lot of really good high-end setting powders that are fabulous, but this one I think is also fabulous, and it is a fraction of the price. Oh, you can still kind of see that's it. Why must this happen to me? Next, I am gonna fill in my brows. I'm almost out of this. I need some more. This is the Milani Precision Brow. This is my go-to brow product. I actually got my brows tinted last night at my facial. I always get a dermaplane, and then I get a brow shaping and a brow tint. So thank goodness I don't need to fill these in that much. Now, I need to plug in my curling iron. While that's warming up, I'm gonna go in with some extra bronzer. This is the Marc Jacobs Beauty Tantastic Bronzer. RIP, Marc Jacobs Beauty is no longer, but I love this bronzer, so I will use her until she dies. I'm also gonna do a little bit more blush. This is another one we got sent free to the show. It's by Library of Colors. It's a really pretty blush palette, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm using this lighter one right now for summer, but I do think I'll eventually transition to one of these darker ones for winter/fall. Next is lashes. I'm gonna try so hard to do this on camera, but I do these get ready with me sometime on my TikTok, and it is so hard for me to do my lashes on camera. Like, it just is, but I'm gonna try my best. So the brand that I use for my lashes is called Flutter Habit. They are a local business to Kansas City, and I love their lashes. This is the kind I'm using right now, the Flirt, but I also like the number 2 and the number 3. So I first start off with their adhesive primer. This is called the Setup. It's this little thing, and it just makes your lashes tacky so that the glue sticks on a little bit better. I'm gonna let that dry for a hot second. I also use their glue. So this is their made for this glue from their website. I use all their stuff because I just love their products.
Remember we went to the corn maze?
Oh yeah.
Sauce and Lost is what it's called.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It was fun and funny.
That's
last
a
year.
funny name.
Like,
Sauced and Lost. The beautiful and talented Tony Marie Talley.
hi.
What do you have to say?
What do I have to say? That never let anyone tell you you are the pink. No, that's not it. Take 2. What do I have to say? Never let anyone tell you you're the yellow starburst. You are the pink starburst.
Yeah, get it, girl. You the pink starburst.
Pink starburst.
This is the outfit for the day. This skirt is Raquel's actually.
Oh, cute.
I know. I think it's from Forever 21. The top is thrifted, and the boots, I think these are Target, like a couple years ago. My coworker Raquel gives me all her clothes, and I love it. I'm just gonna sit down here. All right, I'll do 3, 2, 1, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Special organization here in Kansas City is making it their mission to lift up and light up the lives of young people in need. Tonight they're hosting an event to help them further that mission. Great job!
Thank you.
All done. You did great.
Just one take wonders, right?
One take wonders. We love it.
And schmoss. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in. This will be on tomorrow.
Okay.
So a couple times a week, I will have a pre-record before the show, which is what I just did. And now that I'm out here, I have about 12 minutes till showtime. So what I'm gonna do is I usually pop open my computer and run through all my lines from the show. And just make sure if there's anything that's worded wrong or just weird, or if there's a misspelling, that I fix that and I can catch that. So I pretty much do that until the show starts. Like I said, I have 12 minutes, so that's what I'm gonna do right now because I'm already mic'd up and ready to go. It's actually a busy show today, so For 40 years, Kansas City Academy has been combining rigorous academic content with active and engaged teaching and community service. If that sounds like the perfect fit for your middle school. Really what we're here for is to bring the vibes.
We are here to give the vibes, even though Mother Nature is messing up the program.
I know.
I slid back into summer.
What, were you gonna wear that and then you changed to something else? Were you gonna wear the colorful one or something?
There was another colorful one in there. I didn't feel like ironing. Steaming my dress.
That's how Tony makes her outfit decisions. Do I have to iron this? Then I'm not gonna wear it.
Exactly.
All right, we have so much time. 7 minutes to showtime. We're just sitting pretty. Tony's still doing her hair normally at this time. She's coming out here at 10:55.
5 minutes is an eternity.
In TV.
In TV.
15.
I know.
But good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. I'm Tony Talley.
And I'm Carrie Lipper Gillespie. We're so happy to have you here today. It is time for our Royals update.
Yes! Give us the update.
All right, the Royals won last night in fine fashion. They beat the Baltimore Orioles 2-1. Hi. Oh, we can scoot this one in here so it touches right there. And how do you say your last name, Charlotte?
Oh, Rainy?
Rainey.
Yeah.
And you're a student there, right?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
Great.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you? Why don't we have you sit right here?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. You guys are all mic'd up and everything?
How do I know if it's on?
They will tell you if they can hear you. Have we done a mic check for her? You are good. Do we need Brian?
Hello.
They both sound fine?
Okay.
All right, you're both good.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, I'm just going to make sure this is on. There we go. It's falling off.
Oh, look, it says it's October 3rd.
Yeah. On
Minute
October
30.
3rd. He asked me what day it was. I said, it's October 3rd. All right, for 40 years, Kansas City Academy has been combining rigorous academic content with active and engaged teaching and community service. If that sounds like the perfect fit for your middle school or high school student, then you're gonna wanna hear from our next guest. To tell us more is principal from Kansas City Academy, Brian McDavid, and KCA student Charlotte Rainey. Good morning. Hi,
I was
welcome.
wondering about the kitchen.
Hello. All right, Brent, we're gonna have you
It's
sit
all here.
here, and then Prisca, is that
Yes.
correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
Asara,
Yes.
love that.
We're glad to have you guys. We're
Yeah.
excited to have you. Brent, I want to start with you. When did your Alzheimer's journey begin?
That's a great question. I back in 2022,
I'm so hungry today. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to leave right away. Okay, so right now, a package is playing. Sometimes we pre-record, like I just did earlier this show, we pre-record interviews so then we can put them in what's called a package, so they're not a live interview guest. So that's what's going on right now, and what we do while those air is we just sit here and play on our phones.
There's an app for that.
People are always like, what do you do during commercial breaks? It's like, we sit here, like, there's not much we can do. So we just like play on our phones and wait for it to be over. So this is a package. It's usually like 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll go to a commercial break, which is 2 to 3 minutes depending on, and then we have another in-studio guest, and then we have the dogs. The dog. I wish there were more than one. I'm gonna have one of these cookies because I am hungry. Gotta keep my earpiece in so I can read this. All right, next. We're with the Hispanic Development Fund. Learn how they're helping those looking to further their education. We'll have those details coming up. Welcome in.
Thank you. You're already on the cookies. I know.
I couldn't
I'm
wait. I
trying
was
to
so-
wait.
You're bigger than me, I could.
We're gonna try
How's
it.
lighting now?
Micah said we should have one before we leave.
They're so good.
Lighting.
It's the name of the annual fundraiser hosted by the Greater Kansas City Hispanic Development Fund to provide Latina and Hispanic students with scholarship opportunities.
And joining us now with details are Alex Perez, Director of Scholarship Program, and Cynthia Yepes.
Can we post it on our social?
Please do. We insist. Oh, yeah. You little kitty mix. Right here, if you guys want to stand in between us, there we go.
And smalls. Lovely.
Thank
you so much. How do we get that picture?
I can have Micah send it to you,
Okay.
and we'll also tag you in it on like our Facebook
Okay,
and
and
Instagram.
don't forget your
Some-
cookies.
Easily
Oh,
savable. Do you
girl,
want a
cookie.
Minute 30.
Yeah, get you some.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, man. I love a pity. I have a pity.
Oh, yeah.
How do you say your last name?
Gabrielson.
Gabrielson.
We have him listed as a cattle dog mix.
He is a cattle dog
But
mix.
we are not.
1 minute.
Opposed.
Okay, good. No, I was gonna say pit bull cattle dog is what I thought he was mixed with.
All right, it is everyone's favorite time. It's pet pick time. It's really Carrie's favorite time where we introduce you to another pup looking for their forever home.
Yeah, here to tell us more about O'Malley is Kyle Gabrielson from Great Plains SPCA. Welcome.
Thank you for having
He's
us.
excited.
He is
It's okay.
excited.
He's
yeah,
so happy to be here,
yeah.
and he's got his Halloween
Yes.
bandana on.
Okay, so tell us about him.
Yeah, O'Malley's a 1.5 years. He's a cattle dog mix.
Hey. Okay, maybe I'll just give you a sit.
Can you sit?
O'Malley.
2 minutes.
A Sharpei head, but a big old Sharpei.
Weird.
Sharpei nose.
It's a
I know.
big head.
I know. But he's got a big Sharpei nose. He's just the cutest thing I've ever seen. He was a foster fail. You guys, I have to be honest.
She already had one.
I already had one. I couldn't wait. We were
couldn't
on
wait.
commercial break, and I was like, I'm taking one of these down. What do you think? Tony hasn't yet, so let's get her honest reaction. So good.
I can dig it.
Yeah, it is got cream cheese filling in it, and it's a sweet buttery cookie with Halloween colors, of course. So it's like a sugar cookie, but it's got the cream cheese in the middle.
Yeah. No, this is good. This is a good combo.
Uh-huh.
Whoever came up with this, you deserve a raise.
I was gonna say, let's get you a raise.
Yeah, you deserve a raise.
And now we take the microphone off. It's like taking your bra off. Just as satisfying. Are you wearing that or are you changing?
I'm gonna just wear this. I'm not pulling some flat.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we gotta go quick. I had to leave the studio lickety split after the show because we do these ice cream deliveries. We have a sponsor who sponsors them, and we go to these schools in the Kansas City area and we deliver ice cream. I think the teachers have to like nominate their kids or something. So it's kind of a surprise for the kids, and we just do it for fun, and then we do a little thing that we air on the show, and it's all in good fun. Anyway, I think a couple of vlogs back, I was doing one of these also. So I just pulled up to the school. We have to be here at a specific time because the kids only have like this set time for lunch break, and then they got to go back to their studies. So we're gonna go in and do this ice cream delivery real quick. It's always fun. All right, I am home for the day. I actually am home pretty early today. I'm usually not home this early, but we had to rush to go to the ice cream delivery, and then right after that, I was already like on my way home. So I do have more work to do today, but I'm gonna do it from home. So I always post our social media for the show. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and I do all the posting. We take pictures with all of our guests, as you guys saw, and then we make sure to tag them or the organization that they're with or they're promoting and share that on all of our platforms. So I still need to do that. And then I need to go through and get my segments ready for tomorrow. So I still do have work to do, but it's nice. Normally I would do this stuff at the office. I'm usually at the office. If I don't have a post shoot to record somewhere, I'm usually at the office till like 2:30 or 3, and I usually get home around 3:30, but today it just so happens that I'm home a lot earlier, but I still have work to do. So we are gonna finish it up right now. And while I work, I think I'm gonna put on Gilmore Girls. I actually currently have Friends on right now because Friends is my go-to comfort show, but I have need to make progress on Gilmore Girls. You guys, they don't make shows like this anymore. Each season is 22 episodes long. 22, it's unreal. They just don't make shows like that. They just don't. So I have a long ways to go. I've already watched 10 episodes of the first season, but I have I have not made any kind of dent in the show at all. So I have a long way to go. So I'm gonna pop on Gilmore Girls and get it going. Is there another, I think the Brewers play game 3 against the Mets tonight. So we're definitely, let's see what time that's at, because I'm definitely gonna wanna have that on. The Royals won yesterday. Brewers game today. The Brewers play today, not till 6:08, so we have a while. So I'm gonna put on Gilmore. Let me first, now that we're here, let me tell you what I think about Gilmore Girls. I can definitely see why this is a comfort show for so many. It definitely gives nostalgic vibes. The little town that they live in is like so quaint, and like it feels like it's from something of a book. Like it's just got that small town, downtown feel, and like the cast of characters in it are, you know, kind of zany and goofy and like have their own little, you know, quirks to them. So I see why this is a comfort show to so many people. But alas, I do have some critiques. My first critique, I have to preface this by saying that I am not a parent, so I just want to lay the groundwork for that. But I am not a fan of parents who try to be friends with their kids. I grew up with amazing parents. I love my parents. I have a great relationship with them now, and I had a great relationship with them growing up. But my parents always made it very clear to me, my brother, and my sister that they were not our friends. They loved us and cared for us and gave us everything we needed, but they were our parents. They weren't our friends. And I definitely had some friends in my friend group where their parents were friends with their kids. And at the time, it was like those were the cool parents and things like that. And I was maybe a little jealous of that. I'm like, I want my parents to be cool, blah, 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 blah. But now that I've gotten older, it bothers me so much to watch parents try and be their kid's friend. And Lorelai does this so much. And it is so infuriating to me. I also have to just add more context that I'm the youngest of my siblings, and my mom had me when she was 37. She had my brother, who was the oldest, when she was 31. Lorelai had Rory when she was 16. So there's a much closer age gap there, but you can really see that they are growing up and realizing who they are together at the same time, and in a really sweet way. They're all each other has. Like they, you know, have gotten through what they've gotten through in their life because they have each other. And I think that is beautiful. I love that aspect of it. But the way that sometimes she has said things that I just don't think are appropriate for a parent to say to a child is just mind-blowing to me. In one of the first episodes, like she gets mad at Rory for wearing her sweater and is like, Rory, you're stretching out my sweater. Like, you're so much bigger than me. Like, of course you're stretching it out. And I was like, oh my God, what parent talks to their teenage child like that? Like, it blew my mind and it was not cool. I hated that scene. I was like, you are being a petulant little child to your teenage daughter. You should be ashamed. So another just like minor thing is that Rory's name is also Lorelai, but Rory is a nickname or short for Lorelai. And I don't know how you get Rory out of Lorelai. Like, I've looked at how the names are spelled and I'm like, on no way would I ever think that Rory would be a nickname for Lorelai. It's strange to me. I'm like, what is this? How did this happen? Like, just call her LJ, like Lorelai Jr. I don't know. It's weird to me that they have the same name, but like Rory's nickname for Lorelai is Rory. I don't know. It's a minor thing, but I was like, dude, this is weird. So far, I really like Grandma and Grandpa. I can definitely see how Grandma is overbearing and Grandpa is just like this jovial, like wonderful man who comes in and is like always fun, and you know, I can see the dynamic there. So sometimes Grandma, I can see how she's condescending and like a dick to Lorelai, but Lorelai doesn't help herself. Like sometimes I'm like, girl, like they are just trying to help you. Like, put your pride aside, it's gonna be okay. Let them pay for your extremely gifted daughter's like schooling and let them help you with certain things. Like, it's gonna be okay. They are not nefarious. They are not bad faith actors. Like, let them help you. Anyway, that is my 10 episode dissertation on Gilmore Girls. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to work.